You've all been sleeping on the FPC. The FPC on FL Studio, which is the Fruity Pad controller. The Fruity Pad controller is like an emulation of what you'd have on the Akai, like the drum pads. The reason I'm saying you're sleeping on it is because when you started getting your signature sound, you don't want to always start to look for it, especially when it comes to making your drums. One way you can create something that you don't have to always find, so it's just there for you, you just have to just load the preset, is using the Fruity Pad controller. And it will shock you that you can do so much with the Fruity Pad controller. I know a lot of people kind of scroll past not using the FPC because of maybe the parameters, they don't understand it. That's why I'm here for you. Let's just get right into it. If you want to make use of the Fruity Pad controller, come to the track right here. Right click, go to track mode, and you go to instrument mode, then select FPC. Once FPC is loaded, you're going to see this. You can see the pads here, then you have the controls right here. This is how you can walk around it. To create yours, you come to the presets, then you select empty. So we're starting afresh. Then you come to the samples that you always make use of. So I'll be making use of my MIDI controller for this. Now, once the FPC is loaded, whatever you play, it triggers this. I believe you can see this. So let's say I want a kick on this very pad. This is my C3. So I'll just come select a kick, left click, then you drag and drop. I have a kick. Let's say I want a snare or a rim. I'll just pick this rim. I want the rim to be here. Pick it, drop it. Let's say I want a snare. Just pick a snare here and drop. And another snare. Let's say I want a tom. I'll just pick random stuff and I believe you get the point. You can just left click and drag. Because you're creating your signature sound, you would want it to have like unique names if you would want that. So if you want to rename all this, let's say this is your kick, you're going to use the scroll button on your mouse, click on it. It's going to bring out this very options. So you can just rename it kick. For this, which is a rim, do the same thing. Let's say rim. You can repeat the same thing on all. You can also add icons to it and also change the colors. You can do the same thing for this. Change the icons. I'll just select random stuff, change the color, and boom, we have this. So let's say this is how I want everything to look like. Let's say I want to record something right here. Let's say you just record something like this because you already found your signature sound. Now, this is how you can go ahead with this. For each of all the samples you brought here, you have different controls for them, right? You can control the volume. This is the volume. So let's say this is the volume. You can increase the volume here. You have the pan and you have the tune. So you can tune this. Mind you, you can even layer this sample, so I can have multiple kicks on this. I can bring in more kick, so you can hear both of them sounding together. You can bring as many, just the same way you layer on when you're working on the playlist. The next thing that you'd want to learn how to do here is this. After learning how to rename this, is to be able to send them to various mixer tracks. So you can mix each and every one of these elements on their various mixer track, and this is how you're going to send them. On this one now, it created a channel on track 5, but then I can send each and every element here to a different track. So let's say I want my kick to be on a different track. This is how I'll go about it. I'll click on the click, then I'll come to outputs. When I come to outputs, I'll just scroll and select one. One is going to select the next track after the FPC. So now when you want to do this, you have to make sure that like the next tracks after the FPC, there's nothing on them. So you select one. let's say for my rim, I want next. I'll click on it and I'll scroll to 2. For the snare, I'll do the same thing. I'll select 3. For the next snare, I can select 4. You understand? So this is let me show you on the mixer track. On the mixer track, this is what you have: kick on 6, snare on 8, rim on 7. So you see, they just follow themselves. So that's how you can send each and every one of them to their various mixer track and mix them separately if you'd like to. But then you can also just tune them. Like for this snare, I can decide to have it louder. I can decide to mess around with the tune. Everything is just here. So once you're already done with this, you've already created what you would want. What you're going to do is just to click on this arrow and you save preset. You're going to give it a name. Once you click that, to rename it, let me just name this as Ono, then save. So anytime that you want to load up this, you just come to this same arrow, you click on load presets, and you select the very drum that you've already created. And if you want to mix them separately, you can just go to the mixer track and mix whatever you want to mix there. It's the boy UNOFINI. See you on the next one. Bye.